Tonight, two military controversies. First, Army Lieutenant Colonel Ltc Lakin is refusing to obey orders until he sees President Obama's birth certificate.
I will disobey my orders to deploy because I, and I believe all servicemen and women, and the American people deserve the truth about President Obama's constitutional eligibility to the office of the presidency and the commander-in-chief. If he is ineligible, then my orders, and indeed all orders, are illegal.
All right, well, the Army's not thrilled about that. It's moving against Colonel Lakin. Here now, attorney and Fox News anchor Megyn Kelly. You can see it American Alive, 1 p.m. each weekday. All right, this guy's a Bronze Star winner.
Yeah.
All right, he's a medical doctor.
Right.
A very smart guy. But you can't have the Army, the Marines, the Navy, anybody saying, you know, I'll obey the orders I like and I'll do this or that. You just can't have it.
No, you can't. And that's why he's probably going to face a court-martial, and it's probably going to succeed against him. You know, if he had legitimate objections, there's a way of managing that. You know, you can try to file a legal proceeding, as others have. Now, putting aside the merits of that, that would be played out in the courts as it's supposed to. But you can't just say, I refuse to obey orders until my objections to your status.
Resign? You know, that's what I don't understand. The Army doesn't keep you in there if you don't want to be in there. Just resign. I think this guy is obviously trying to make a political point. But the birther movement has been, you know, it just hasn't gotten any traction. It really hasn't.
Right. And, you know, nonetheless, he's a true believer. He did, interestingly, he did not go with a lawyer who has brought the other objections on behalf of other birthers who are in the Army. He went with somebody else. So I don't know that he's necessarily formally affiliated with the group, as opposed to having his own independent objections.
Well, he wants to make a political point. There's nothing wrong with that. But we have to tell everybody that, look, the military is there not to be political.
Right.
It's to follow orders. And if there's a demonstrable problem with the president, we have a process to handle that.
Well,
now, I want to ask you a question.
It's the same thing, Bill, as when under President Bush, people didn't want to go to war because they said he was an illegitimate president, and it was an illegitimate war. Yeah, he didn't win the Florida thing.
That
wasn't allowed then, and it shouldn't be allowed now.
Do you know how we prove that President Obama was born in the United States?
You here at the Factor?
Yes.
How? Tell me.
You missed that, right?
No, well, I've heard you report on it.
Okay. We got the birth announcements in the two.
Right, 1961, they appeared in the paper.
Honolulu newspapers.
Right.
Now, that's impossible. You would have to know, we're going to fake Barack Obama's birth because someday he's going to be president.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, newspapers only print birth announcements when you call them and you tell them, hey, the baby's born.
Guess what? We have a little baby.
Is this the baby Jesus here?
Maybe there were two Barack Obamas born in Honolulu
in two
in
newspapers,
1961.
There's the birth announcement. Yeah. So look, he's born in the United States. That's impossible. You can't fake that.
And not only that, but the Hawaii state officials who have seen the actual birth certificate have come out and said, we've seen it.
But I didn't even rely on that.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying.
No, I just relied on something that you can't say.
Nonetheless, these birthers.
All right, now then in another